We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we've got we're back. We've got some games to talk about, and I do also want to bring up the kind of starting next week new plans with the ESP show, where I'll be quick with that real quick. We got a couple of games. We got one. Well, we're only going to be talking about the games that we have plays in today. So we've got one NBA, one NFL, and 5 hockey games to talk about. But I want the ESB show coming up to be kind of a half picks and half talking about some like events and stuff that are going on in sports, kind of recapping games, talking about certain things happening, whether it's free agency, whether it's trade deadlines, whatever's going on in sports that day. Try to have like a little bit of a show that way, so that's not all just sports picks. Granted, yes, a lot of it's going to be sports picks, but I want this will end up starting Monday. Where like half the show is talking about, like, if I was doing it today, we would talk about like the first college football playoff. Those rankings are out. We'll talk about some kind of crazy games in college basketball last night or whatever it may be, or recap some of the hockey games or NBA games that happened last night, kind of talk about those. But I'm planning on starting that on Monday. So we'll have a show today, which is Thursday. We'll have a show Friday. I will be off this weekend because Saturday I'm traveling. Sunday I don't do shows on Sundays anyway. And then I'll be back on Monday to start kind of the first show will be kind of a recap of NFL Sunday, a recap of college football on Saturday, kind of talk about the football playoff, like the college football playoffs a little bit more, talk about NFL possible playoff picture and stuff like that. So we're going to try to do a little bit of a different show starting Monday, but we will be having a lot of picks and stuff still. I'll have some stuff. I will talk about games that are happening that day as well. But I want to try to kind of spice it up because I feel like the shows have gotten a little bit stale. And I kind of wanted to just kind of switch it up a little bit so have something new to watch. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. And let me know if you guys think that if these ideas could be something fun, just something new instead of going over every single game, every single day. I feel like that's getting a little bit repetitive. I want to have a little bit more fun. Now, we'll go ahead and look back at yesterday. Finally had a winning day yesterday. I was going absolutely nuts because I was negative 10 out of 12 days or something like that. Finally had a profitable day, up 1.37 units. Hey, at least it was in the profit. Started off with the under in the Rutgers game. Nice winner there. The first half team total under for Copen State, under 28.5. They scored 23, so that was a winner. I had the under 42.5 in the Toledo game. NIU scored 3 points. Toledo scored 42. Loser. Utah, Mammoth, they were a loser last night. They lose 5-3. They had a couple of garbage time goals, but other than that, not a good game for them. The Brooklyn Nets said, we will not care about your points. We're going to win outright. I had the Brooklyn Nets plus 6.5. They get their first win of the year, a 112-103 win versus the Indiana Pacers. And back to the hooks. Delaware State plus 17.5. They lose by 18. Fine. Blues. Yeah, that one wasn't even close. 6-1 Washington. The under in the Knicks game was not the play either. 137-114. Tarleton State plus 16.5. They lose by 36. So all those were losers. The over in the Marquette game was a winner. 100-82 in that game. So yeah, over in that one. The team total over for Creighton didn't get there, even though they scored 92 points. I needed 99. So mistake there. Nikola Jokic continues to get triple doubles. I had his triple double last night, plus 110. Winner. Under in the New Mexico game, under 141.5. It finished at 130. So winner there. The Chicago Blackhawks, 5-2 win. That was plus 147 on the money line. How about those Sharks? Plus 146. Nice winner there. The under in the Laker game did not get there, 118, 116. The Lakers are actually rolling right now without Luka and everything. And then Portland Trailblazers, plus 4.5. They were down 20 at the end of the first quarter. Luckily, I was asleep for the game because all I saw at the end was that they won. Nice from behind win from them to go and beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, giving the Thunder their first loss of the season. We were up 1.37 units yesterday. Hopefully, we can get it. We can continue with the success today. Someone in the TikTok chat's asking, you think J.C. French gets 2 passing touchdowns? I'll be completely honest with you. I'm looking up who J.C. French is right now. Or J.C. French, quarterback for Georgia Southern. We're looking at a Georgia Southern quarterback for a game. When is that game? Tomorrow? Is it tonight or tomorrow? I never looked at college football today because there's 2 games today and there's one in the American Conference. Damn, I messed up on that. I did not cap those games, so I honestly don't know. I'll look at those games and those will be up on the thing after the show. Bunch of people joining. Appreciate everybody joining the TikTok. If you guys have not followed already, make sure you do so. We'll go ahead and jump into some NFL. To start it off, we've got the Raiders and the Broncos on Thursday Night Football. Broncos 9.5-point favorites with a total of 42.5. And this could be the start of the contest week for me in this one because we got the 2-6 Raiders and the 7-2 Broncos. Raiders this year, you look at their last couple, they won their first game of the year, and then they won against Tennessee. Other than that, they have not really been able to put anything together. They did go to overtime against Jacksonville in their last game. They covered the spread. I was happy with that one. But they have not really looked all that great. On the opposite side, I think that the Denver Broncos are probably the most fraudulent 7-2 team. You look at who they've beaten. Tennessee week 1, they did not cover the spread. Not a good win. They lose to Indy, which fine. Although they should have probably won that game. They lose to the Chargers. They beat a Cleveland team with Jake Browning. Their one good win this year that I'm going to give them is the comeback win against the Eagles. Last 4 wins, because they've won 6 in a row. Last 4 wins. In London against the Jets, 13-11. Struggle win. They had to come back and they had to score 33 in the fourth quarter to beat the Giants. Not a good win. They had to they killed Dallas, but Dallas is garbage. And then they struggled to get past Houston after CJ Stroud went down. Not really an impressive resume for the Broncos. I like the Raiders tonight. I think it's too many points. We even look at the line movement in this one, the way the money was coming in. And the line opened up at 10. It opened up at 10, and it was sitting at 8.5 for a little bit. It's back up to 9.5. I don't really care as much about that because you've got more of the tickets, 61% of the tickets and 50% of the money coming on Broncos. So meaning less tickets, but the same amount of money are coming in on the Raiders, which makes me like the Raiders in this one. I like Vegas, and I think I'm going to end up making it one of my contest packs this week. So we're going to start off our card with the Vegas Raiders in this one. No new chats. We'll go over to the hardwood. And we only got one game today, and it's an ugly one. 2 teams that I'm not particularly high on. Suns are minus 3.5 with a total of 223.5. And I did bet this game. I did like the side in this one. But you've got the Clippers who are 3-4. You got the Suns who are 3-5. 2 teams, obviously, I was not high on coming into the year, and they have proven me right of why I shouldn't be high on them. This is also a home road not back-to-back because they play on today and they play on the 8th. They are going to play each other twice in a row. This is a Clippers team that's 1-6 against the spread. The only cover was against the Suns team to start the year, when the Clippers won by 27 against them. The Clippers are also going over a bunch, 5-2 to the over. You've got the Suns coming into this one 3-5. They've covered in 3 out of their last 4. They as I mentioned, they lost to this team by 27 in the beginning of the year. They're 3.5 point favorites. I got a 3. I got the Suns. It's not pretty. I don't love it. It's the only NBA game, so I could have easily passed on this one. I still bet it. I don't know. This one's probably not as confident. I feel like this one might be a little bit forcing it, but although the way that the line was moving, it kind of really shouted towards the towards it, because this line opened up at a pick 'em and it's all the way up to a 3. So I'm okay with this one. 58% of the bets, 83% of the money. So yeah, a chunk of money coming in on them, but the line's moving the right way. I did take the Suns in this one. Suns -3. Sam saying Raiders aren't it, bro. That's what they always say. I mean, I like betting dogs. So I don't mind betting against the public. A lot of people love the Broncos. I'm not going to be part of the people that love the Broncos tonight. So no, I took the Raiders. Those are the basketball and football. We'll now head to the ice. We got 5 games that we'll talk about on the ice. We'll start off with the Canadiens and the Devils. Devils are -140 with a total of 6.5. These are 2 really hot teams right now. Canadiens are 9-3-1, and the Devils are 9-4. So actually, the Montreal Canadiens are the better team. You look at what the Canadiens have done recently. The last 5 games, so they're 3-1-1. They're coming off of a shootout loss to Philly, which was nice because I actually had Philly in that game. And they were also coming off of 3 straight wins, all 4-3 versus Ottawa, Seattle, and Vancouver. On the opposite side, we've got the Devils, where the Devils are not playing as well right now. They've lost 3 out of 4. Their 1 win was against the Kings, which everybody's been winning in LA lately. So that's not really saying much. Starting off their season, what was it, 8-1? They've 8-1. They're 1-3. So they're coming off of that hot start. They're no longer hot. I'm on Montreal in this game. I got +128 on them. I'm starting to see +125 to 120s. Line is moving towards the Habitants, and that's with 33% of the bets and 65% of the money on the money line. So that's one that I really like is the Canadiens on the money line in this one. Sam Olsen saying, why do you have so many plays in one day? This is actually not as crazy of a day. And it's because I bet smaller amounts and I bet with more volume. I'm not going to be a person that's going to have one bet on the day and it's a big bet on one team. I'd rather spread around my money and be able to sweat out a bunch of things, and I cap a bunch of different sports. Keep in mind, this is not even. I just wait until Saturday. If you guys if you guys become a member of the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see my card on Saturday. It's going to have probably 25 to 30 college basketball, probably about 20 college football, and even like hockey on Saturday's got a shit ton of games. So you've got a bunch of games coming. Like Saturday is going to be absolutely loaded. There may be 60, 70 plays on the 60, 70 plays on the site on Saturday. But today's actually not that crazy of a day. Walter's asking, what time on Saturday do you go on? I'm not going to be available on Saturday. I'm going to be traveling into Raleigh, and I will be going to the Sabres Hurricanes game. So I will not be. I'm going to be on today. I'm going to be on Friday. I'm going to be on tomorrow. And then I'll be off Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll start up like the new version of the show on Monday. So I'm going to be off this weekend. But Walter, if you either follow me on Twitter or if you become a member of the YouTube channel, which is $5.99 a month, you'll get the entire card every single day. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Buffalo Sabres hosting the St. Louis Blues. Sabres minus 135 with a total of 6.5. You got the Blues who are 4-8-2. Sabres who are 5-4-4. And you got the Blues who have not been playing well as of late. I would go say, let's look at the last 5 games, but they've won 1 out of their last 9 games. They're 1-8 their last 9 games. Granted, 2 of them went to overtime, but this has been a Blues team that's really struggling. They lost 6-1 last night to the Capitals, and they're on a second leg of a back-to-back going from Washington to Buffalo. On the opposite side, you got a well-rested Buffalo team who last played on the 4th. So actually, they got a day off, where they played an overtime game, shocker, versus Utah. Last 5 games for the Sabres, they're 1-0-4. So they've gotten points in the last 5 games, technically last 7 games, and 9 out of 10 they've gotten points. But they've had 5 straight overtime games, and they've lost 4 out of the 5 of them. Not fun. Please don't lose in overtime against Carolina. Anyways, that being said, I am on the Sabres, and I took them puck line. I think this could be a game that you're not even going to worry about overtime. I really hope not. I got plus 200 on the Sabres puck line. It's just the way that the line was moving, it opened up at 115. It's up to 130 area. Money is coming in on the Sabres the right way. I took the Sabres. I took the puck line today versus the Blues. Walter, I will follow you on YouTube. Appreciate it. It's Earle Sports Bets on YouTube. Earle Sports Bets on YouTube. We've got 3 games left in hockey that we'll talk about because we're only talking about the games that I have plays in. Washington versus Pittsburgh. Washington is a minus 115 favorite with a total of 6.5. Washington is 7-5-1. Pittsburgh is 8-4-2. Washington is coming off of their game last night, 6-1 win versus the Blues, where Ovechkin scored his 900th goal. Previous to that, their last 5 games are 1-4. Their only win was that last night. So you got a Capitals team that's kind of struggling as of late. They're on a second leg of a back-to-back after a big emotional night against with Ovechkin. On the opposite side, you've got the Penguins who are rested, who haven't played since the 3rd. Granted, they are 2-1 their last 5 games. I'm on Pittsburgh in this game. I think it's a bad spot for the Capitals. Granted, they only had to go from Washington to Pittsburgh, so it's not a crazy travel spot. But I'm going to be on the Pittsburgh Penguins on the money line in this game versus the Capitals, fading the spot from last night. Fading all these. Cool. Make sure you're following the channel. Trying to crush. Appreciate you following. Someone asked USF minus 13.5. I'll be completely honest. I forgot about college football today. I can quickly look at that game. Started at 12.5. It made its way up to 14, then back down 13.5, up to 14, 13.5, 14. A lot of money's coming in. I would more lean towards UTSA. If I'm being completely honest with you, I'll be more leaning towards UTSA. Take it. There you go, Walter. I'll probably be on UTSA plus 14. Take the over. I don't hate it. Start Dubs, Sutton, or Ted. I'll be completely honest. I'm not the right person to ask for fantasy football. I just bet sides and totals. Both teams can score. Yes. Yes, both teams can score. USF has been really good with scoring. UTSA can definitely put up points too. Afternoon, Timmy. Afternoon, Untouchable. I hope your Blues lose today. Witness history at the Capitals game. Ovechkin, anytime goal, never in doubt. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We've got 2 games left. We got the Ducks and the Stars. We got the Stars minus 190 with a total of 6.5. And I will say the Stars are a team that my numbers just do not like. They just do not like. 8-3-1 for Anaheim, 7-3-3 for Dallas. Anaheim in their last 5 games have won 4 of them. Won 4 out of 5, and they've won 6 out of 7. So they've looked really good. And honestly, they probably could have beaten the Lightning in that game. So Ducks are on a really nice streak. On the opposite side, you got the Stars, who are coming off a shootout win versus Edmonton. They have gotten points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. So they have been getting points. I like the Ducks in this game. The way that the line opened up, it opened up in the 190 range. Yeah, 190s, and now it's down to 170s for Pittsburgh. 26% of the tickets, 81% of the money's on the Ducks. So more of the sharper money's coming out on the Ducks. I took Anaheim. I got them at plus 160 today. So quack, quack, I'm taking the Ducks. Jan Sita is saying, I hit my 1 for 1,000 bet, 12 bet NFL should have put at least 10. Yeah, you always say that you can get more. That's not nice, Tim Ello. Over an anytime goal, Tage Thompson. There you go. Do you have an exclusive insight regarding friend of the show, Bennington, trying to take the puck and sell it on eBay? LOL, real classy. I can't blame him for trying. I know a lot of people are going to hate him for it. Personally, I love it. I love that. Just shows the competitiveness. Now, he didn't have a great game. He had a horrible game, in fact. But I cannot blame Bennington for trying, because that's a big puck. I honestly, I don't blame him. Why not? Pens money line. I'm on the Pens too. Yes. One more game of the night, and I bet you won't be able to figure out what I'm going with in this one. We've got the Predators and the Flyers. Predators are minus 120 with a total of 5.5. Philly 7-5-1. Nashville 5-6-4. You've got Philly, who I don't believe has been playing good hockey as of late. They've been playing okay. They're coming off of a shootout win versus Montreal. That's right, because I was on them. Previous to that, they'd won 3 out of 5. So yeah, they've been playing okay. They're just like every other Eastern Conference team. All the Eastern Conference teams are within like 4 points of each other. So they're one of those lower teams. Nashville on the opposite side has been playing iffy. They had back-to-back overtime losses, which you can't really blame them for overtime losses. A nice 4-2 win over Calgary. But this has been a Nashville team that's kind of been up and down a bunch. But the line kind of tells me everything I need to know, because a lot of people would probably more expect the Flyers to be favored in this game, and they're not. And this line opened up around a pick 'em. It's moved up to 120, and that's with 45% of the bets and 62% of the handle on the Nashville Predators. I took the Preds on the puck line plus 210. I took a shot with them on this game, and I could easily see them winning towards the end and then an empty netter, and we get our plus 210. I took some shots on some plus monies tonight in hockey. I hope it works out for me. I did take the Predators puck line to end my card. Now, I will address, I did not talk about the Wild and Canes. I did not talk Ottawa, Boston. I did not talk Florida, LA, or Tampa Bay, Vegas. I didn't talk to them because I didn't have anything in those games. Quite frankly, if I'm not going to have anything in the game, I'm just going to leave them off the show. If anybody has any questions about games I did not talk about, I can kind of look at them and kind of give you my leans. But I don't want to be wasting y'all's time by saying pass, pass, pass. If anybody has any questions on them, I could have no problem answering them. Also, come Monday, we're going to be switching up the show a little bit where we'll talk about some games. And then we will we'll talk some events and stuff too. But that is everything for today. Walter, how do I get your picks on YouTube when I subscribe? You'll have to become a member of the YouTube channel. I'll send you the link to that on TikTok, because I know you've talked to me on TikTok before. I'll send you the link to that stuff on TikTok after the show. Found it hilarious. Didn't blame and didn't blame him for trying. He wanted some spare cash for being part of history outside of being hockey's trivia question. True. At the same time, I don't think he was going to try to sell it. I think maybe he wanted to try to hand it to Ovechkin himself. That's kind of how I want to view it. That's how I want to view it, though. College basketball spreadsheet. There's actually no spreadsheet this year. Quite frankly, I don't have the time to do 4 columns of college basketball every single night, especially when I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning to go to my other job. So I don't have the time or the energy to put into it. I've been doing a lot more of it with reading line movements, and I've been betting totals, sides, and team totals. So I've been having some fun with that. Untouchable, I will DM me on one of the Twitters, and I'll send you the card. How's Nick? Nick's doing good. He's got some stuff lined up, so he's doing well. Congrats on cleaning up late last night on the NBA and NHL. The later games were kind of nice last night, but the entire day was slightly profitable, so I'll take it, especially when I have not been good lately. So, but that works. Walter, I got you. Eric, appreciate you following. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'll be back again tomorrow, Friday, and then the next time after Friday will be Monday. So Friday, off Saturday, Sunday, back on Monday. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. See you guys tomorrow.